Good morning everybody, it's Lucinda here at Peak Wildlife Park again. So welcome back to Wake Up Wild. And as I said, if you join us on Friday, we are sort of changing the structure of these videos. So if you're watching, it's going to be up to you guys to decide where we go on our videos. So we want to give you guys the opportunity to see the animals that you're missing the most. So let us know if there's anyone in particular you're missing, and I can take a wander around and let you guys have a little catch up with them and see what they've been up to since we've been closed. So I say hi to a few people this morning. So hi to Kerry, Amy, Sue, thank you for joining us. I am just making my way up to the rabbit enclosure because on Friday you're missing the most. That is just one of our black-nosed sheep having their breakfast this morning. So I think that is actually Noah, who was born in the first lockdown, so he's just enjoying his breakfast this morning. So hi to Pippa and Charlotte who've just joined us. Hi to Connor and Megs. Good morning to Oliver and Russell. Good morning to Nessie. So they are just checking the rabbits this morning. A few of them have been let out already, but I just gave Liz, who is with the rabbits today, and Jamie a shout. So I think they've left a couple of them inside so you guys can have a closer look at them. So let me know if you're watching this morning. So I've got Liz here. Hi Liz. So I think she's been with the rabbits this morning. She's let a few of them out. So we'll have a little wander in and see who we can find. I think Jamie's just climbing out of one of the houses as well, which is great. I will say this morning as well, we have just updated our Facebook page, so you can now become a supporter of our Facebook page. It is $3.49 a month, so you just set it up yourself. You head onto our Facebook page and you click become a supporter. And if you do that, what we are going to do for you guys is we're going to create a bit of content, some videos each month that is just solely for our supporters. So if you become a supporter of Peak Wildlife Park, you'll get some exclusive content. We're also going to give you early access to events or offers. So our 2-for-1 offer for Valentine's, for example, you would have got early access to that. So if that's something you want to do, you can, like I say, head onto our Facebook page and become a supporter of the page. So it's just $3.49 a month. You can cancel it whenever you like, rejoin whenever you like. Here's Jamie.
Good morning, guys.
So as I say, you can head onto there. You'll get some exclusive content as well. What's happening with our animals here. We'll make you some videos, post you some pictures, and as I say, it's completely private to our supporters. So it's a little bit of a sort of behind the scenes look at the park if you pay $3.49 a month. So we're going to go into our bunnies now. If you've got any questions as well, guys, if you give us a shout out, you can carry on. You can give us, if you want a shout out, sorry guys, then just pop your name into the comments and I'll give you guys a shout out. Give me a little wave if you're watching. Let me know what you're up to this morning. I know it's not fun being stuck inside. So I am in our rabbit enclosure, and as I said before, so Liz has let out our male rabbits. So we've got a couple of our rabbits out now and they are in our smaller section. So I'm not sure if you've been to the park before, you'll see we've got a little kit cottage bit. So he's just hidden in that little shed at the moment. So we'll go into him in a second. But we used our kit cottage for when we had our little baby rabbits. So a couple of years ago, we bred our bunnies and we got some little rabbits, which are now very huge rabbits. So we will start with our Warren Way. So we'll head up and we'll see who's in here this morning. Hi. So we've got Darcy in here. So Darcy is a beige coloured rabbit just nearer the front here. And we have Rosemary as well just at the back. So I'll pin this one open, see if those guys want to come out. I doubt that they will. It's very cold. And we'll head to our next shed, see who else we can find here today. To be careful I don't slip over this morning. It's very, very slippy, cold and icy. here today. So we have our next bunny. So this was one of the rabbits that we have bred here ourselves. So as you can see now, she is very fully grown. She is a full-size bunny and she is very, very giant. So I think, if I remember rightly, you guys helped name these guys. So we did our little challenge for naming our bunnies and our bun puns won. So we've got Obi Bun Kenobi. We had David Hasselhoff. We had a few really good names and that was all down to you guys. So thank you very much for that. And remember guys, let me know who you want to go and see next after our bunnies and we will head round and see them. It can be anything. So we've got our black-nosed sheep next door if you want to go and see them this morning. If you'd like to head down to the other side of the park, we've got our lemurs, our tortoises, our penguins, our zebra, our pigs, our goats. So let me know who you want to go and see and I will take a little wander around and we'll see who we can see this morning. Before I go, I'll take you in to see my absolute favourite bunny here, which is Robert. So he's been the father of the little babies that we've had here. So I'll take you in to see him. He's my absolute favourite. He's a little sweetie. So before I go over to him, I'll just say hi to a few more people that have joined us. So hi to Vicky, hi to Rachel, hi Leah, hi to Nikki and Julie and Craig. We've got a lot of you this morning. So hi to Sarah. She's just asking how Jack the tortoise is. He's absolutely amazing in his little warm house this morning. He'll be all cuddled up inside, not too bothered about going outside just yet. So as you can see, it's quite snowy here. Well, we've had a little bit of snow and it's a bit icy as well. So he'll be staying inside today. So hi to Jackie and Alea. Hi to Rowena in snowy Buxton. I can imagine it's very snowy over there. Hi to Ben, Tracy and Jack, thank you for joining. Hi to Kate, good morning to you as well. Let's see who else we've got. Good morning to Caroline, Rosa and Davey. Good morning to Sarah. So we've got a few top fans joined us this morning. Thank you very much guys. Hi to Gina and Eva. Hi to Vicky. So thanks very much for joining us. And I'll spin you around so you can see my absolute favourite. So this is Robert. He is a very friendly chappy. He'll come right over to the camera. He is missing the attention of all of you guys. And as I say, he's my absolute favourite. Good boy. So these guys, surprisingly, as you can see, it is a little bit snowy and very cold. These guys are surprisingly not too bothered by that. So you will see them hopping around in the snow. They do quite enjoy it. So when we open the doors of the rabbit hutches, sometimes they'll come bounding out, even if we've got a couple of inches of snow. They absolutely love it. What are you doing, Robert? Good boy. So he loves attention, this little fella. I'll call him little, he's not very little. Oh boy. So let me know who you want to go and see next, guys. So after we've done with Robert this morning, we'll head down and see a few of the others. So you guys can have a little catch up and see what they're up to, even though we are closed. Little snowdrops on your head. If you've got any questions about our animals as well, I'll try my best to answer those. Or if I see a keeper on the way, I'll try and prize the answer out of those guys. They'll definitely know a lot more answers than me. So hi to Jan and Tony. So we've got Caroline asking, how do you keep the area clear of the drop-ins? So our keepers do a very good job of doing that. So in the morning, well, they are helped by the bunnies as well. So inside the hutches, we've got our litter trays inside there, and our rabbits are pretty well trained so that they will go inside, especially in the day, overnight, sorry. They are trained to go in sort of one area, and throughout the day, the keepers will come up, and if there's any drop-ins on the pathway, they'll clear it up as they go round as well, to make sure it's as clean as possible for you guys to enjoy, and while you're walking round. But they are pretty clean animals, bunnies, so they'll sort of pick one area, even if it is outside as well. So they tend to go in the sort of areas around the paddock where it's a bit more soil, a bit more mud, and they'll sort of dig in there. They're very clever bunnies, and they help the keepers out an awful lot there. So who shall we go and see next, guys? So make sure you comment in. So we've got a few people saying penguins, so we can head to the other side of the park. So it'll take me a little while to get there, but not too long. So I'll just show you our black-nosed sheep as well. They're enjoying their breakfast. Hi. So the reason they are in the airlocks at the moment, that is just so we can give them their breakfast and make sure that everyone gets all that they should be. So they all get a set amount of feed each, and that's just down to their size. And if they're growing, so the sort of life stage they're in. So we've got Noah, who's a growing sheep, and then we've got Alice as well. So they'll all have their own set amount of feed, and he's been very noisy this morning. So they have their set amount of feed, so what we do, we separate them all to just make sure they all get what they need. And then we will let them all back together. Sometimes take them out for a little walk as well, and then put them all back together, and then they can graze and enjoy their hay throughout the day. So if you've got any more questions, guys, just keep popping them into the comments box. If anyone wants to share, I think we lost connection a little bit there, sorry about that, guys. So we've got pygmy goats, so we'll be walking past those as well, so I'm sure we can bob in there to let you guys see the pygmy goats. Good morning to Carrie, good morning to Evelyn and Frankie as well. Good morning to Judith, Matilda and Grace. Can we go and see the lemurs? We've got Joe here. Good morning, Joe. So we are gonna head up. So I think a few people are saying penguins, lemurs. So we'll head up that way and we'll see who we can find. So let me know what you're up to this morning, guys, as well. If you'd like a little shout out, then pop your name into the comments box, and I'll give you a shout out this morning. So good morning to Kim and Michael. Good morning to Laura and Darcy who've just joined us. So you might notice a little bit noisy here as well. We've got a few little trailers and stuff like that moving around, so sorry if it's a bit noisy, and just let me know if you... Yeah, they absolutely love it. So they'll climb in, they'll wash their feet off in there as well, and they'll have a little bathe in a nice warm bath, which I'm very jealous of this morning. I wish somebody would give me a nice warm bath. So good morning to Amber and Emma, who've just put an experience. We can't wait to welcome you all back. Good morning to Megs and Connor, who absolutely love the penguins and the otters. So I've just been past the otters, but they are not out this morning. They're not interested just yet. So I imagine when the keepers go in with their feed and give them a nice warm bath, they'll be out very quickly. So we'll keep going. So we've got Paige and Ripley saying good morning. So good morning to you too. We've got a few people saying penguins. So I think I'll head around there first, so you can have a little look at those guys swimming around this morning. So as I say, it's very cold, so even if we do go up to the lemurs today, I imagine they will be inside. They're not silly animals. They will stay where it's nice and warm in their nice little heated house. But we will be going past Jack also in a minute, so whoever said they love Jack the tortoise this morning, we'll see if we can take a look at him. So he's in the inside house at the moment, so I'll take you in a second. We'll just see our penguins first. So they've not had a feed yet today, so what the keepers tend to do in the morning is is they'll take a little walk round, make sure everything's okay, nothing's happened overnight. They'll take a little walk around, make sure everyone's okay where they should be, and then they will start their day. So they'll start going around to feed the animals, and they'll start their cleans as well for the day. So good morning to Emma, Jacob and Finn. Let's take a look, see if we've got anyone in the top pool. So we've got 2 penguins in the top pool today. Very active, having a nice little swim around. So if you've got any questions about these guys, I will try my best to answer them for you. I'll take you into the cave so you can see them from this angle. So good morning to Alison, Neil and Diane. So Jane's just asking, is the water heated? No, it isn't for our penguins. So we have had it before where it's got really, really icy and the pool has started to ice over. So what the keepers do, they'll just smash up the ice on the top and just make sure that it doesn't affect the penguins in any way. And as Reese has said, he has mentioned on a previous video that we had Gary once he went across the ice and jumped on the other side of the ice. So we had to smash it all up and get him out. But it doesn't bother the penguins at all. They absolutely love to swim around. So in this sort of weather, when it's really cold, they'll swim around and it keeps their body temperature up. So they use it as a way of staying warm. So although to us, it seems the opposite, why would you go for a swim in this very cold weather? Our penguins do it to warm themselves up. So if they're feeling a little bit cold, they'll jump into the water and have a swim around. So good morning to Vicky. Nathan is just asking, when is the breeding season? So that is coming up very shortly actually. So towards the end of this month, what we'll do, sorry we're losing focus here a little bit. What we'll do towards the end of this month, we'll put our nest boxes back in to the enclosure and the penguins will start to go off into their pairs again and choose the nest box that they're gonna choose. So we've got some couples that will pick the same nest box every year, and other couples that'll sort of go for whichever one they're feeling, whichever one they're fancying. So they will sort of go on this beach area over here. So we'll put the nest boxes just on this beach here and the penguins will just pair up and decide which one they're going to go into. But hopefully very soon. So if you remember the first lockdown, so the lockdown started in March and then sort of this beginning of April time, we had our first chicks born here. And we were weighing them every single day. So the keepers do it as a method of just making sure that the chicks are getting enough that they should be, that the parents are feeding them enough. So if you want to see that, you can see some of our youngsters in the pool here now. But if you want to see their little growth, then you can go back onto our Facebook, onto our IGTV or YouTube and see the little babies from earlier in 2020. So if you see the greyish coloured one here, this is one of the babies that were born in the first lockdown. And also there is one just as far away, just there. So they're 2 of our youngsters. We had 4 altogether. And when they sort of go through their next molt, which will be August time, they will look just the same as the rest of the penguins. So they will change in colour and they won't look like babies anymore. Although they are very big and they're fully grown now anyway, so they won't do any more growing. So they grow very, very quickly, but they will change. Their feather colour will change. So we've got Meg asking how big a penguin egg is. So if you imagine the size of a chicken egg, it would sort of be around this big. A penguin egg is maybe this big. So it's quite big, but when a baby penguin is born, they can fit in the palm of your hand. So very, very small, and they grow very, very quickly into these little fellas. So let us know who you want to go and see next, guys. We'll take another little walk round. Let us know if you want to go and see our wallabies. We can take a little walk up there. Or our lemurs. or I can bob in to see Jack the tortoise and see what he's up to in a nice little heated house. So that will be very nice for me if you wanted to go inside there, but just let me know where you want to go. Bev's asking, do you have a lot of chicks born? We do. We are quite successful in our breeding programme. So the first year was in 2015, we had one chick and his name was Pluto. But every year since then, our chicks have increased. So we had, I think it was 3 the following year. Last year we had 4. So we've been staying at around 4 or 5 chicks every single year. So we've been very successful, and we're hoping for the same again this year as well. So we've got a few people saying Jack and then the wallabies. So we'll head into Jack's enclosure quickly and then we'll go and take a look at the wallabies as well. So bear with me 1 second. So all the locks seem to be iced over this morning as well, so it's making it a lot harder to get into the enclosures, which is not good. So we are going into Jack's enclosure now. So he's hidden in the corner. I'll see if I can tempt him out at all. Let you guys have a little look at him. Hey bud. So he's actually hidden very much in the corner this morning. He's not too interested in coming over. So when it gets to colder weather, although he is in a heated house, tortoises will sort of slow their whole body down. Jack doesn't, because obviously we control it with his heated house. He's got nice heated flooring. He's got his heat lamps over in the corner. So we sort of regulate it by controlling the temperature, but many of you might know that tortoises, some hibernate, but also some completely just slow their whole body down to make everything go really slowly. So I think he's still sleeping this morning. So I feel bad waking him up. I'm sorry guys, but maybe we'll head out and see our wallabies. If you've got any questions about Jack, I'll try and answer them for you. But I feel bad waking him up. It's not fair. I wouldn't like it if someone came into my room and started waking me up. So we'll leave him to enjoy his morning and we'll head up and see our wallabies instead. So let me know if you've just joined us this morning guys. So good morning to Andrea and Vicky. So as I said earlier on, I know I've seen a few of our top fans watching. So what you can actually do now, you can actually become a supporter of Peak Wildlife Park on Facebook. And what we are going to do for anyone that pays to be a supporter, so it is $3.49 a month, we are going to give you some exclusive content. We're going to aim to give you a video a month, but you're also going to get exclusive access to our offers and different things like that. If we have any babies, we'll post it on there first. We'll give you guys a little sneak peek. So if you guys want sneak peeks, you want some really cute animal videos and pictures that are going to be completely separate, they'll be completely private to our supporters, then please just head over to our Facebook and become a supporter. And it's a really good way of helping us at the park at the moment as well while we're closed. So we're going to be giving you guys some virtual content, obviously, because you can't come to the park yourselves. So if you want to do that, all you need to do is just head to our Facebook page, click on the bar that says become a supporter, and yeah, we'll give you some exclusive content. It's a very exciting first one for all of you guys. If you are interested, we have got some very exciting news to share with you, and as I say, it will be shared with our supporters first and then everyone else will receive it a little bit later, but it's still very exciting. So good morning to you, Vicky. Good morning to you, Jensen. So Jensen's asking, any plans for a friend for Jack? So Jack actually really loves to be on his own. He's a bit grumpy like that. Anytime we have tried to put a friend with him, he's not interested, and he'll sort of push them and try and push them out the way a little bit. So we have got a smaller tortoise called Bernie, who's a small female tortoise. So she is in a separate enclosure. We're going to wait until she's a little bit bigger, and then we are going to try and put them back together again. So in the hopes that when she is a bit bigger, she can sort of stand up for herself, because Jack is very huge. So we are in our wallaby enclosure now. Jamie's just here, spin you around. So he's just given them their breakfast this morning. So they are all in a line enjoying their breakfast. So let us know what you guys are having for your breakfast. So these guys have got a macropod pellet and some grass pellet as well. So as you can see, so the smaller ones are the macropod pellet and the longer ones are the grass pellet. So they just have a little mixture. So the macropod pellet just gives them the extra nutrients that these guys need, that they don't get from the grass. And they also get hay as well, because obviously the grass is covered with snow at the moment, so they'll give a supplement of hay. But we've got our albino wallaby here. And these guys as well don't mind the weather at all. They look very cute in the snow as well. So let me know if you've got any questions about these guys. I've also got Jamie with me, so I can ask Jamie any questions that you guys have. So hi to Louise. Hi to Anne, who's just joined us. Hi to Claire. Good morning, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. So Nathan was asking how old Jack is. So I think he is about 27 or 28 now. So but he's got a lot longer to go. So tortoises can live up to over 100 years. So he will continue to grow as well. But the rate of growing has slowed down massively. So he'll grow, but very slowly. So we've got Fiona saying that albino wallaby is very pretty. Yes, she is. And Danielle is asking, do we breed the wallabies? Yes, we do. So we've got a male in here, and we've got, I think it is about 10 females and a male as well. So we've got a sister park down in Wales as well. So what we do, they have got a much larger enclosure than us as well. So we'll sort of take some of ours down and bring some of theirs back up to swap the group over. So Alma would like to know where the wallabies sleep. So we've got a few different houses dotted around, so they'll sort of go in there. They've got some bedding in there as well, and they'll sort of go in there overnight and sleep in their little houses. So we've got a few different houses dotted around, and we've also got a separate area as well that we can open up. So we tend to open up that side when we're open to the public, to sort of give our wallabies an area where they can sort of go away and they can chill out for a little bit if they want to. So Vicky's asking, what do they eat? So we've got a macropod and a grass pellet here for their breakfast, but they are also grazers, so they'll graze on the grass as well throughout the day. Obviously they can't at the moment, so they'll have a little bit of hay given to them as well. But this macropod is macropod pellet, so this is the circle shaped one, this one. So that will give them, just make sure that they're getting all the nutrients that they need as well. So they're all enjoying it this morning. Hi. So I think this is actually our male. This is Rex here. So Rexy boy. So you can tell him apart. He is much larger than our other wallabies. Just by the sheer size of him, we can tell who he is. So we've got Tanya asking if we can see the red squirrels. I can take a walk down that way, so I will walk through our lemur enclosure and head down and see if the red squirrels are out. But it's getting to the time of year with the cold weather that they'll sort of start staying in their nest boxes a lot more. But we will take a walk down and we'll see if we can see them for you. So let us know if you've just joined, guys. Give me a little wave if you're watching. and I think we will end it on, so we'll walk past our lemurs. I think, as I said before, I can't see a single lemur in this enclosure. That is because they are hid in their heated house, not very interested in coming out this morning. They might come out a little bit later if it starts to warm up a little bit, but they're not daft. They'll stay inside where it's nice and warm. So we've got 4 different species of lemur in this walkthrough. So we've got our ringtail lemurs, which are the most commonly known. We've got our black and white rough lemurs. Then we've also got our black lemurs and our red-bellied lemurs. So 4 different species, and they absolutely love it. They all get on really, really well together. So we'll take a walk past our red squirrels. So hi to Leighton and Aurora, thank you for joining us. Hi to Maddie, hi to Leah, hi to Sarah. Thanks guys for joining us. So you can normally start hearing our red squirrels now, but it's very quiet this morning. So they might all be hidden away at this moment in time. So I think they are at the minute. I can't see any of them. Hopefully on another video, if it is a little bit warmer, they do come out. So normally if I'm walking past getting some pictures and videos, they are sort of out. So on another video, if I see them, I'll make sure to point them out to you guys. So you can see the little nest boxes at the back. They'll be nice and tucked up and nice and warm in there. Not too interested in coming out this morning. So I'll give a shout out to Maisie. It's 11th birthday tomorrow, so a very happy birthday for tomorrow, Maisie. And hi to Rory and Eddie, your brother and sister. Hi to Tia and Lana. Thank you very much for joining us. So I will spin you back round. So I'll leave it there today, guys. But please join us again on Friday when we will be doing another tour of the park. So we'll go to some different animals that we've not seen yet. So maybe we will go into our African village and let you guys see our African pygmy goats and Cameroon sheep. We can also take a walk down the other side, so we can take you past our Kuni pigs and our zebras as well. And we've also got our deer, so let me know who you guys are missing the most. Just keep commenting on this post and I will take a look before our video on Friday and I'll see who you guys want to see the most, and I'll try and go around and see those guys. But thank you so much for joining me this morning. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope it makes lockdown a little bit more enjoyable for you guys. So thank you so much, and we can't wait to see you all back when we are allowed to reopen. So keep up to date with our social medias and we'll keep you all updated as soon as we hear anything. So have a lovely Monday, and we will see you all again soon. Thank you.